What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with a special recap of the World Championship of Clash of Clans. That is right, OneHive patrons versus the PB Punishers. It was epic. If you guys missed the live stream, one of the craziest finishes maybe ever. Like literally, seriously, I'm not joking at all. It came down to the very last few attacks. It was all happening at once. Really should have come down to percentage, and I think they might have got us on percentage if they had got the star on the last attack, but just didn't quite get it. It was insane though. I mean, it really was. We had one that could have been bumped the percentage up, and it didn't go well, and it went back and forth. But crazy war. Awesome job to both sides. Both my patrons and Powerbangs made it an amazing event. But you know, we are the defending. This is the second time we've met up with the Punishers. We have won both times, defending world champions. So proud of all my patrons. You guys are amazing. Quick shout out also to Danger Donkey. Would not be possible without him. He does all the help on our side as far as putting the teams together and the weights and all that stuff. I'm not sure who does it on Powerbank side or if he does it himself. But either way, thank you to everyone that's involved in setting these things up because they're a lot of fun for everybody. All right, looking at the war. As I say, coming down to the wire here, obviously that top town hall not being two-starred really come back to bite them. And then they let a 9.5 slip through the cracks as well there. So pretty crazy. Besides that, everything three-starred. On our side, did well, got the number one, got the town hall 11 three-star, which was pretty crazy. Left 3 town hall 10 open. So it was super close. But really impressive war on both sides. And obviously, you can go over to Powerbank's channel and check out the recap on their side, their attacks on our bases. So be sure and do that. So let's get started because we have got a boatload, a big old nasty boatload of attacks for you guys. Like seriously, it's a big recap. I know you guys like it, so here we go. First of all, we got a Mad Dog coming in, or is that my dog? It says my dog. Coming in with their number one. Now, this is crazy. I mean, this is a fully maxed out defensive-wise, not walls and stuff, but defensive-wise, Town Hall 11. And he's going to come in and get the 3-star here. So I loved it. Got the bowlers going down, normal stuff here. You guys know the deal at Town Hall 11. Bowlers going in, got wall breakers opening up the compartment, then just sort of backfills in with all those rest of his bowlers there, the warden, the heroes, everything's going right up the middle. He's got to get to that core. He's got to take out those inferno towers. He's got to take out that eagle artillery. Once he does, he's in pretty good shape. So he's got one free spell there. He's going to start raging everything up right in the core there. Got those rages. There's the free spell. Got a little greedy and missed the eagle artillery. Did catch the inferno tower, though, so that's good. But finally takes down that eagle artillery and both inferno towers. So he's looking pretty solid here as the bowlers start moving through the base. His queen's hanging back. She's doing a little bit of work. Still has her ability. That's always big. The healers are still up, so that helps out as well. Queen's taking quite a bit of damage right here. Again, he still has that ability in his pocket. He can hang on to it for when he needs it. We'll go ahead and do it ×2 here because it's going to take a little while for cleanup. As you can see, the bowlers have separated, but there's still quite a few of them. The queen's still up. She's getting some heals, but she's getting super low here. Finally, queen goes down, but that's going to put the healers back on the bowlers. So once they get there, takes a little time for him to wrap around the base, but he's got the time. They come all the way down the side here, up through the base. And around the base, some of them go up through and take out those last few defenses there. So really nice attack, man. That was such a clutch point and a clutch attack to get the 3-star on the 11. Really kept us in it and helped us get the win. So nice job. On their top town hall 10, 3-starred by Osaki. Also a bowler attack. Got some giants in there as well, so pretty cool. Comes in from the top here. Normal stuff that you always see, dropping the bowlers in, dropping the healers on the bowlers, letting them create that funnel, and just watching them sort of clear out all the garbage out of the way there. You see the giants coming into the core, starting to do some tanking there. Wall breakers coming, more bowlers come in behind, backfill. Normal stuff here is setting up the attack, and then once everything gets to that core, especially because those inferno towers are right there handy, he's got this pretty well under control. Drops the freeze on the backside inferno, keeps those bowlers raged up. The first one's already down. The balloons are under poison, and by the time that second inferno tower thaws out, it just gets a little bit of time to get some damage off, and then it goes down. These bowlers on the outside here was not a bad thing because they were actually doing a little bit of work with those healers on them. As you can see, everything's starting to thin out here on the end of the attack. His queen's still up, still has her ability, still has quite a few bowlers in the core. We're going to go ahead and do ×2. I'm going to fast forward more so than I normally would through these attacks just because there's so many of them for you guys. But you know the deal. Just a few defenses left. Has the queen's ability still, so as soon as he needs that, can pop it and take out these last few defenses and get that 3-star. So again, Osaki, beautiful, beautiful attack. So many good attacks, top to bottom, from the patrons. I was honestly impressed with ours and with Power Bank's patrons. I mean, I think from the time that when we started these and had these patron events, the wars, I know that my people have improved greatly. I'm sure his has as well. All right, let's move on down to number 11 here and check out Chaos doing his thing against Cosby, which is also one of my patrons. I guess we had to give him up for this war because he's also a Power Bang patron. He supports both sides. Power Bang and I have several that are both of our patrons, so it's pretty cool. But Cosby, my boy, you guys have seen him on the channel several times. He's got some awesome attacks. But right here, Chaos is punishing him for being on the opposite side of this war, coming in with his queen and the healers, just starting to create this funnel. You see the baby dragon down there, taking out that side of the trash and also getting onto that mortar. So that's good value there. Queen's just sort of clearing out this trash, starting to walk around the base, taking out this archer tower, and then going to continue on, really not taking hardly any damage here. So she's in great shape. Obviously, the queen on the opposite side is a concern that he's got to take care of, but we'll get to that momentarily. There come a hog. He just wants to get in here and get the CC alert out, so nice and patient on that. Let the hog go in. And also, it's a probable spot for a giant bomb. There wasn't one there, but that was a good angle to deploy at. Could have possibly gotten one. So CC comes out. Excuse me. It is the golem. Goes ahead and rages up because of those Teslas popping and the fact that she is going to be dealing with that golem. Goes ahead and drops down another poison. Wants to get rid of that as quickly as possible. The sweeper is being a little bit annoying on that healer occasionally, but finally got it pushed out of range. Here you see the queen attack coming in. It's pretty simple. There's nothing over there to pull his troops around the base. Just drops the jump, the king, a few valks, and they start clearing out that section of the base. So nicely done there. Raged him up, healed him up here. And now some hogs on the backside. The queen taking out that little miniature Tesla farm there, doing a really nice job. Because again, getting huge value for that queen walk, so that's cool. The Valk still in the core doing work. Another heal goes down for them. Did not even heal the hogs there, but didn't need to. A couple of loons on the backside here. This is really, really a nice attack. Letting everything just sort of take out its own section and getting so much value for those Valks and that king. They took the queen out and that whole just opening of the base there that kind of walks through. You see his hogs finally going down there, but honestly does not matter. Has a few more left over, has Valks left over, has the queen left over. Just a beautiful 3-star by our boy Chaos. Nice job, man. All right, moving down another one here. Speaking of Danger Donkey, he had a few characters in this war and absolutely crushed it. Just 3 stars on, I think, on all of his accounts. I think he had 2 or 3 3-stars in this war. So very nicely done. Maybe 4. I don't even know. A bunch of them. But here he's going HGHB, comes in with those giants, the healers on there, that dragon to create the left side of the funnel. A couple of, actually tried to do a wizard on the right side. Had to deploy a couple of hogs, though, to get some tankage for them and take out some of those, the first row of defenses. But the funnel's created, bowlers are down, everything's moving in, poison for the CC troops. The king comes over to engage, but he goes down super quick. Giants are doing a good job staying out front, doing a lot of the tanking here. Hogs just starting to be deployed on the corners there, letting them work their way through. The queen is backing everything up. But look how everything's staying nice and tight. When you do that on this attack, when everything sort of stays together, it's pretty much impossible for this to go wrong because the healers keep them up and they're just so tanky and there's so much damage coming out. It's pretty crazy. Here the bowlers start to walk, but then finally come back in, luckily, as that wall goes down. The king goes ahead and walks around, but he's really not needed in there. The heal spell there, I'm not sure what that was or if I missed some hogs down there or something, but the heal spell is sort of on its own. Second heal spell lands for those bowlers and for the giants just to keep them going. They're running into these Teslas at this point. But finally, the hogs sort of backdoor those Teslas. They get in that little compartment. Once they get in there, it's pretty much over because they can reach almost everything that's left. The point defense, the splash damage, the mortar. There only one archer tower up top that they've got to get to eventually. But as you can see, just too many troops left. He did lose all his bowlers there, but the healers are still out. They're on the queen. She's in good shape. The wizard's right behind this king. That's a deadly combo. Easily gets the 3-star. Awesome job to Danger Donkey. All right. Let's see here. Going down to 14, but Bobby I almost said Bubby. Bobby going with the other Govaho here. So coming in top with a couple of minions, just clearing out some trash, getting that out of the way. Free buildings there. That's why he can create his funnel the way he wants to. Let's see. And then right here on the right side, Golem goes down out of the CC. Baby Dragon on some of those high HP buildings, letting that start taking it out pretty quickly because the Golem is taking all the shots. This Baby Dragon's really not even taking any damage. So that's perfect. Storage goes down. The Queen's down. Here's some wall wreckers going in, opening up that compartment. That's going to allow everybody just to sort of travel right on into the base. King's coming in, and obviously his Valk's coming right behind him, getting into the core. They're there. P.E.K.K.A coming out of the CC. Goes in, drops down the heal for his CC troops, and drops down the poison to really, really, really slow that P.E.K.K.A.'s attack down. And you can imagine how slow it is already, but when you put that poison down, it's even worse. So now the Valks come in, they grab the Queen, and then they backtrack, luckily, to get that Archer Tower, and do end up taking the jump. So it's close, but they got the job done. Nice heal spell for his Valks there, and now just a few Hogs coming in, starting to sprinkle them in. You see the Queen's ability going off there, taking out defenses. The Valks still doing a lot of tanking in there. The King's still doing some tanking, and he's just surgical hogging the outside of this base. He's got one heal spell left, several Hogs left to deploy, 10 Hogs left. At this point, so a lot of Hogs. Sends a few more in from the bottom. Still has another heal spell for him. I like how he didn't. You saw that double jump bomb set up there. Really didn't affect him. I think he probably lost 3 or 4 Hogs to that double bomb set. No big deal whatsoever. And as he closes in on these last few defenses, goes ahead, gets those Hogs back to full health, and a few on the backside to take out that Archer Tower. And that is a wrap. Beautiful attack. Absolutely smoked it. Easy 3-star, really. Just sort of picked that base apart. The comp was good. The placement was good. Everything was nice on that one. Good job, Bobby. All right, moving on. We got more. Don't worry, guys. Let's see. Let's go down to 17. Poseidon doing his thing with the Govaho. He's got does he have what does he have in that CC? Because he doesn't have many Hogs or Valks. I can't remember if he's got one or the other in the CC. I'm pretty sure he does, but we'll see. He might have 2 Golems. I'm not sure. I watched like all the attacks, so I've seen a bunch today. We'll see where we start this one out at. We'll fast forward, get this thing started. He might have fell asleep for a moment there. There he goes. Queen's going down. Healers on the Queen. You see some wizards and a minion on that storage just to make sure the Queen doesn't sort of roam on him here. Then they move up and take out the army camp. So no chance of her walking around. She's going to go the right direction. 1 Hog in on that distracted defense. That was nice. The wizard stepped up as well, so that's going to go down super quick. And then they're going to head in to that next Archer Tower, and the Queen will continue on her way. Unfortunately, that Hog just gets a little bit of the CC, so he has to deploy a little bit more. Goes ahead and drops down the poison. The Queen's going to take out the Valk pretty quickly before it even gets a swing off. The next one, same thing with that poison. They just didn't quite get a swing off, and the Baby Dragon does very, very little damage because she wasn't even taking any damage besides the Clan Castle troops. So once that's done, she can continue on her way, start wrapping around. Obviously, the King's going to engage here, so he's going to have to go ahead and pop that ability, take that King out. Golem coming in up top. It's doing some tanking. More wizards taking out some more trash, creating that funnel. Here's the wall breakers coming in, opening up this compartment. Once they get in that compartment, they can really get pretty deep into the base, and he does have a jump spell, so setting it up nicely. King's going in here, and now the Valks are heading their way in. Right through the middle. Again, has the jump spell, can place it where they can get to that Queen very easily. Honestly, through these Lego walls, though, those Valks can just chew through them really, really quickly. A Rage would have jumped just as effectively there as the jump did. More Valks coming in from the CC. I guess he sort of forgot those, but they do end up getting into the fights. Not that big a deal, but it would have been nice to have them all together. Jump spell, they're still using it, so it's in a good spot there. They're still sort of backtracking, going through, clearing different compartments. A few Hogs coming in on the bottom. The Queen's in the core now, so she's in a good spot to really start taking out some more buildings to help out. This little Tesla farm down here, perfect place for the next heal. Heal spell was a little bit off, but not too bad. Once the Valks gets in there, it is all over. You see he's got another heal spell still for this. Does not even need it. Just absolutely tore this base to pieces. Goes ahead and drops the heal, but it was completely unnecessary. Could have swagged it. The Valks clean up on the outside. Last cannon going down, and that is that. Nice job, Poseidon. All right, moving on. Just dropping down one spot here. Baja. This was an impressive attack. What you guys see this attack? This was pretty crazy. Baja coming in with an HGHB. Was this the one I'm thinking of? Maybe it was the next one. I'm sorry. It's one of these. You'll see what I'm talking about when I get there. HGHB got the baby dragons down, creating the funnel, letting them do their thing. Then obviously he's going to start in with his giants right there with the healers right behind. Start taking out this wall and getting in there to the base. Obviously going to engage the queen here. But once the funnel's created there, he goes ahead and drops the bowlers down. They're in good shape now. The giants doing pretty much all the tanking. King's down, queen's down, everybody moving in. He does have the jump spell. That's going to let him move through. But again, when you have these Lego walls and it's not lava walls, you don't always have to bust through that first wall. I mean, you can sort of let them go. You don't have to jump over it. They beat through these walls, a mass group like that, whether it's Valks, Giants, Bowlers, whatever. They go through it really, really quickly. So there's the second jump, which I really don't understand the placement because it actually connected that. But anyways, he could have moved that up a little bit. But the hogs coming in at this point. The bowlers doing their thing sort of in the core. You see the double giant bomb going off. That's big news. Another giant bomb going off to the giants there. So the hogs are in great shape right here. He's got more hogs to deploy, though. 7 more hogs. He's just waiting. Goes ahead and drops them in from the top side. Here they come. The queen is getting in there, starting to take out the CC, and then she'll be on to this X-bow, onto some more defenses. Again, the hogs just kind of sneaking through the top side here, taking all of those defenses out. Goes ahead and drops down a heal spell for them. This is not the one I was thinking about, but you'll see in a moment. Giants are still in there. They're still healthy. Bowlers are still up. Queen's still up. Everything looking pretty solid here. We'll go ×2 because this one's almost over. The hogs do dwindle out here towards the end, but has just a few of them left, just enough really to get everything down, and then has that swag spell to show for it. So awesome attack by Baja. Really, really picked it apart. Really good job. That attack is strong, and these guys are really good at it. All right, moving down a few here. Swifty taking on number 22. This is the one I'm pretty sure I was thinking of. We'll see in just a moment. HGHB again. Baby Dragon's going down, creating that funnel. Again, they're probably the best funnel creation troop in the game, whether it be a storage. Look how quickly they chew through a storage like that. They take a lot of damage. They're just, when they're by themselves, they're great for that. They're perfect for us. So more giants coming in with healers on there. Did try to wall breaker in, but they had already beaten their way through. The wall breakers try to get to that next compartment, but they get taken out. So really just a lot of wasted wall breakers there. But again, when they have Lego walls, you don't really need it. It's okay to just let them chew through it, especially if you've got a rage spell like that. I mean, these guys are going to go through this wall in no time. Unfortunately, this storage that didn't get cleared out, a nice little tricky, funnel breaker there, essentially is what that was, pulls everything over. So the bowlers start walking, the king's sort of going with them, the queen's going with them, the giants are on their own, a few wizards there helping out, really trying to drop down those poison spells to keep them from taking out all of his wizards there. The giants moving forward, but you can see this is really not shaping up that good. His bowlers are walking, his king and queen are walking, his hogs coming in from the backside here. He's deployed some of them. He's got 5 left. He does have a rage. He does have a couple heal spells. So he's, it's not over. Those giants are really helping out with those healers on there. And the queen and the bowler, that one bowler over there, trying to back him up. But fat fingered it. Thought he had his hog selected. Dropped both of his heals in the dirt. But I've told you guys before, all the cool kids throw heal spells in the dirt. That's just the way it works. So you would think this attack was over. No way to recover it. I mean, it's not like he's got 30 queen walking around here. 15 heroes. Last few hogs that are left coming through, he just raised up those healers in the core, which was smart to keep those up, keep the giants alive, and let these hogs sort of pick off these last few defenses. He does have both heroes' abilities, so that is good, but he's running low on time. The hogs, again, sort of just sneaking through untouched with those giants out front. They're taking all the hits from the skeletons, taking all the hits from the defenses, and now they're on to these last few, just 1-point defense left, but everything sort of to congregate back together. The king is still up over here. He's just hanging out, doing his thing. Finally, the queen gets on there, pops the ability, and that's the 3-star. Kind of crazy attack, but got it done. Thought you guys would enjoy that one. All right, moving down some more. We've got Link taking on number 25 and doing this one with an air attack. One of the few air attacks I saw. There was a couple, but not many, honestly. We were pretty much exclusively ground, but Link doing here with a double zap quake, dropping it down right on top of that queen's head, taking out one of those air defenses, and also setting it up for the quake spell here that he can touch both of them with. There's the next one. I like how he waited for the queen to come back around. Pretty high level stuff there. Pretty sneaky. Takes out the queen. She's dead now because all 4 zaps got her. So pretty smooth by Link. And the quake got both of the air defenses, so that's down. So huge value for his spells, even though he is out of spells at this point. Golem going down, queen's behind it, wizards creating the funnel, wall breakers going in. opening up this compartment, and here they go. Obviously, he's going to get another air defense out of this, possibly two if the queen hadn't walked right there, but she did. So she's going on her way. But the king, the wizard, the golem, they're going to get that air defense right there. So it's down. He's got lava hounds. He's got balloons. He's got dragons. This base is really in trouble. Again, I think the plan was there to take out all 4 air defenses, but 1 has remained. But he has to have some lava hounds, so maybe that wasn't the plan. I don't know. But the queen had gotten into that core, into that compartment. She would have gotten that air defense, I believe. So lava hounds are in there tanking, soaking up all that damage. Balloons are moving through. Dragons are moving through. There's just nothing to stop them after taking out the queen, taking out those air defenses. Having a lava hound in the CC, I mean, this is the perfect attack for this base. We'll go ahead and do it ×2 here because these dragons and balloons tend to be kind of slow. His queen did go down finally, but look at this. Closing in, just a few Teslas left that can hurt him, but he's got both of his lava hounds there. Really kind of overkill in the tankage, but hey, it is what it is. We'll fast forward ×4 because this one is over, but it's going to take a little bit of time for cleanup. They got to travel all the way across here, start taking out this lava hound. Explodes, but the dragons do their best to take care of everything. Actually got kind of close there because of that lava hound exploding, but the balloons, the other lava hound was still up. Gets the job done. 3-star 4 lane. Nicely done. All right, some Town Hall 8 action. We will wrap this one up, guys. Let's go down to 32. Ariana. Very, very nice attack here. Govalo, and you guys aren't going to believe it, but I'm going to say it. Ariana brought the loons at a beautiful timing. I mean, not late, just wait till you see it. And you'll see why I say that most people are late on their balloons, because it works so well when you do it like this. But you'll see. Balloon goes down with a hog, just a CC lure essentially is all this was. Goes in, does get the CC lured out, emptied out, and then brings it up for the kill. We'll fast forward till we get to where, right up here up top. Brings it up, goes in and drops the poison spell. They're going to try to avoid, but just sort of draws them back into it, keeps those barbs going down, then starts dropping a few wizards, distraction barbs, more wizards, takes everything out pretty quickly. So nice CC kill right there. Everything's done. Now setting up for the Quakes. Obviously, you got the Quakes to open up the compartment, the core of this base, let the Valks, the King, everything get into the core and take it all out. So you see Ariana letting the wizards clear that trash out of the way, getting a nice big wide funnel. We've talked about that with the Valks. You got to have that big wide funnel. That's exactly what we've got going here. Wall breakers, unfortunately, that splash damage did smack down that last group of wall breakers and did not get through. But the King's beating on the wall here. The Valks are coming in. They're joining the party. Nice angle, dropping it, making sure they don't walk around. Unfortunately, one does, but not that big. Look at the balloons already coming. There has not been one air defense down yet, but these are distracted, or not distracted defenses, but these are taking out the defenses that are actually shooting and doing damage to Ariana's Valks. That is beautiful. I love it. Now that there's one air defense down, you're going to have more balloons coming from the top already. Only one AD down, already sending them in. Knows that it's more important to get those, to protect those core troops than it is to worry about a couple of balloons that might go down while they're taking out these last few defenses. I absolutely love this attack. There's still an air defense up, for goodness sake. It's not even all down in the core. Doesn't matter. That's the way you do it. That's the way you get 3 stars. You see, it did, these balloons are not great cleanup troops, but luckily it had some wizards and had some hogs left over for cleanup. Got the job done. Even a Valk left over, just enough troops to get it done. Beautiful attack. I love the timing of the loons. All right, one more, guys, and we are done with this one. If you haven't caught the Ninja Live, there was 4 more people on the Ninja Live that grabbed 3 stars. They were all 3 stars, so check that out for sure. That was all from this war. Who killed JFK? Going in, doing it with the dragons, the Zap Quake, Town Hall 8, just masterpiece. Dropping it down onto that air defense, taking out with a Quake spell, dropping his King in nice and early, using that as part of the funnel creation, which is good, especially taking out that defense right there, that mortar defense taking it out. We talked about that way back in the day when we did the Dragon video. That's what can pull your balloons around the base and screw your whole attack up. So really good usage of the King right there. Then just starts creating this dragon funnel back and forth, how we talked about it again in those old school videos. Just letting the buildings pull the dragon in and then just backfilling on top of them. So you see it perfectly done when it's all said and done, all but one dragon right in one clump. That's what you want. One dragon, you can't help. There's something you can do about it. But every other dragon right there together. CC troops coming out, balloons going down. And I like how he targeted one air defense with one group of balloons and then another one with the other. So really trying to really get into both of these air defenses, get them taken down quickly. There's the rage on the balloons, very important. And also that gets them in there and just boom. Here you go. One dragon on an air defense. There's the balloons on that air defense. A second set of balloons coming in. The dragon pretty much had it under control though. Takes it out, and that is a wrap for this base. Once you get those air defenses taken care of, and you've got plenty of dragons left, which he does here. What's he got? 5 dragons left. That's enough. That's all you need to clean up the rest of this base. So really nicely done. Who killed JFK? Absolutely steamrolled it. All right, guys, there you go. Whew. I told you it was a long one. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was an awesome time for me. I really enjoy doing these wars for my patrons. I'm sure Powerbang does too. Again, if you are missing these streams, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. You've got to just make yourself come to one, and you'll see what we're talking about. So congratulations to all the OneHive patrons. Good try to PB's Punishers, but we are the champions. Until next time, guys, Jake from OneHive doing my best to help you guys suck less.